And the question is, since many years all the things got very empty for me. That means that nothing can feed the person or anymore. So the emptiness is seen, or the nothing? But
no, that isn't nothingness, that's you feeling nothing. Not the same thing at all. Like being in a desert. I don't know, but I'm suggesting maybe it's like...
Yes, it's like
for you.
Yes.
That has nothing, that's simply what's going on there in the separate reality for the person. It's a personal feeling of dryness or...
Yes.
It's a state that comes and goes.
And it goes, yeah. I hope.
Well, everything that happens in the personal story comes and goes. It's only a state. So, because it's in a story in time, the individual can only exist in time. The individual energy can only exist by the knowing of it. So it's in a sort of roller coaster world where things come and go all the time. And the individual experiences all sorts of different states. And that's the nature of being in that world. And often people can experience a state of bliss or stillness or detachment, and then they think that's enlightenment. There are methods like self-inquiry or meditation where you can actually induce a state, and for some people, if they work hard at it, of course nobody's doing it, but they can induce more of a sort of holding on to that state for longer, and they then think they become enlightened, and they teach other people how to reach that state as well, and then they become teachers. What's being communicated here, it cannot be taught. It's not a teaching. And the other nature of the spiritual seeker is that they want to know everything. So in self-inquiry, more than anything else probably, they seem to be able to dispatch of an ignorance and gain a knowledge of what's called the supreme knowledge. But in the end, they still are an individual now with something that they call supreme knowledge. It's knowing, for instance, there's all sorts of ways of expressing knowing I am oneness, knowing my true nature, knowing presence, knowing a whole list of things. But it's still basically a separation. Just for something to be known, there has to be a knower. A large part of that also is the huge attraction of detachment. Self-inquiry can bring a huge detachment, a sense of detachment. It's another state, it's a temporary state that comes and goes. But very attractive.
Yes, the person always wants to know on what place and the way he is.
Yeah.
And not knowing is, it feels uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's insecure.
Insecure.
And also, knowing reinforces the illusion that you are in control. You look at the world we live in, it's all about greater and greater knowledge. We spend billions and billions of pounds or dollars, actually, going to find out that Jupiter is made of stone. Once we know it's made of stone, we feel much better. Sort of safe. Stone can't hurt you.
And another thing you said, this sense of separation is embodied energy. It has nothing to do with thought, or watching the thoughts, or be careful about the I thought.
The I thought is just a confirmation of separation.
A confirmation of the birth.
The idea of separation is just a confirmation. The belief that we are separate is just another confirmation of feeling something that's embodied. All of those things are married to doubt.
So Tony can think, I want to have something to eat.
Well, Tony doesn't think that, but the thought might arise that Tony would like a Lamborghini or a plate of spaghetti. But preferably the first. But that thinking arises. Whether that happens or not is completely irrelevant. And there's nothing that is attached or identified with those thoughts. They just arise and fall away again.
Did you buy it?
No, not yet. I'm hoping to buy a
Lamborghini.
If it makes my whole life work, I'll feel much better about myself. And I'll be more involved.
So you have to increase.
That's very high.
Yeah, I could even buy two.
But it wouldn't matter if you buy one.
Oh, no.
The same.
Absolutely. It's a joke, by the way.
Have you ever driven one?
I haven't, but I got a list of other cars I have driven. I'm dossy about cars, or at least the character was always into cars.